Here with Gary Dinmore just before the Princeton Rider match. Haven't talked to you before. You recently transferred here to Rider. Can you, can you tell me a little bit about coming back to New Jersey, why you chose Rider?
Well, I looked at Rider when I was initially looking at colleges my senior year, so because I made the decision to transfer kind of abrupt in between semesters, it was really in my best interest to choose one that I knew a lot about. I knew like half the team, I knew the coaches.
Right. Would you grew up 25 minutes away from here?
Yeah. So.
Yeah. All right. Talking about the recruiting process and transferring, can you go back to that recruiting process? You're a top recruit, you go in with a big class to Penn State. A lot of kids find it stressful, but where they're going to go. Can you tell me a little bit about how you dealt with it, and if you give yourself any advice, now knowing what you know?
I wouldn't worry so much about what you're going for college, because you don't really find out till you get there anyway.
Like what you want to do for a profession?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, just a lot of the stuff people do take into consideration and weigh a lot when they do go off to college aren't really the right things to weigh. So you really just want to weigh whatever sport you got, how that feels, and how you can do in the classes there.
It's getting closer for the sound. All right. So would you say that you went to Penn State, tough team? Can you tell me a little bit about your experience there?
Yeah, I learned a lot. I couldn't have learned more. So I got a lot. I took a lot away from it. It's not like I just went in and got out. Well, my biggest problem was I couldn't make the weight for the spot I wanted. So
okay,
that really changed my plan. So that's one of the biggest factors for me coming here, is that I couldn't really work the plan there anymore.
Gotcha.
141.
To get to 141. What do you weigh right now? Got interrupted there. So we're just talking a little bit about the Penn State room. Tough high school wrestler. You're going into one of the toughest rooms in the country. A lot of guys making that transition to college in a tough room may be one of the hardest things you're doing. You're used to winning. You go into the room and you're wrestling tough kids everywhere. Can you tell me how you did, how you felt, how you adjusted to that competition every day?
Well, it was more instead of beating everyone and trying to win every match in practice, to just trying to set goals and get certain takedowns on people in certain ways every practice, instead of just trying to just stick to your go-tos. You're really working all moves you can, broaden your horizons in that way.
Did it weigh on you having such a tough room or not?
Yeah, I mean, it motivated me too.
It did?
I mean, I always had the plan to make 41, and I was always reaching towards that goal.
Yeah.
And if I wasn't so big, that was right. I was headed in the right direction.
Are you 5'8", 5'9"?
Yeah.
Yeah, somewhere in there. So when did you know that you had that competitive drive? A lot of guys, they like winning, but when they're in a real battle, sometimes they maybe shrink a little bit. When did you know that you had that you thrived on that, you enjoyed it?
I don't know, since the beginning.
Really?
Yeah, I went there and decided a lot of things I wanted to get better at. Like when I first got there, that's when I started using legs. I never used legs before, and I haven't stopped since.
Really? Okay.
And guys like Zane and Coach Cunningham, who were like the masters of legs, really learn a lot quick. And then when Yonemitsu came through, Japanese gold medalist, I worked with him every day after practice. I could just work with him 10 minutes, learn new stuff. So it's really just about trying to exploit all the resources you have, which is kind of tough when you have so many resources. You gotta pick and choose.
Right. What's the self-talk you have when you're in the room practicing? What are you telling yourself? Are you, do you have different days that you're practicing different things? Are you just reminding yourself to be aggressive, or get to the spots?
When it comes to tournaments, it's all about wrestling everybody the same, wrestling everybody like they're the best. And in the room, it's mostly about setting goals for practice. Like if you want to score a bunch of points at practice, or you want to get this move done at practice, stuff like that.
So what are you working on right now?
Today we were working all setups, neutral. Every day is different, but just going back, it's just a big cycle of going through and finding out what you want to do.
Can you tell me, any difference in the culture as far as the teams, or is there any, other than the size of the Penn State room?
Here, I don't know. Every team you find your group. It's I feel like anywhere you go, you're gonna find a group of guys you like on a team. Everyone kind of forms their own little cliques, but you're a team all together. So.
Now you grew up near here. You know most of these guys.
Yeah. I know a lot more guys on this team than I did out there.
Yeah.
Out there, I only knew like 2 guys.
Okay.
But here, I knew like half the team, or I'd like seen them wrestle before.
Right.
So.
Out for the rest of the spring. Can you tell me, are you going to be competing are you going to NCO or anywhere else?
I'm going to be at universities, definitely.
Okay.
June 1st.
June. Okay. That's the next time you're competing?
Yeah, I think so.
That's it? Do you have anything else planned over the summer?
No, just getting better, get my weight down.
Okay. All right. Hey, thanks for taking the time to talk to us.
Yeah, no problem.